When it comes to abs exercises, one of the hardest ones perhaps to do is the one I've just shown you, where you lie down on the floor and then you kind of stand up. It's difficult not just because of the pressure it requires, the strength it requires from your abs, but also because your body has to work together in synchronization. This is the body's upper and lower kinetic chains, the series of muscle groups that must synchronize in order to transfer the momentum and in order for you to regain your balance from one point to the next. Now, if you can't do this exercise, the good news is that there are 3 distinct stages, which I'm going to break it down into. I'm going to show you how to get from stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3. I'm going to show you how you can train for each stage so that you can basically get better. And if you can almost do it, I'll show you how you can take it to the final stage so you can make it look as easy as I've shown you. And it is a really easy exercise once you know how. Okay, what are the 3 stages? Well, it helps at this point if I give you this kind of more scientific explanation for this, just so you can bear it in mind. Essentially, all I'm doing is taking my body from one point of stability to the next using momentum. So here's my body's mass. I'm going to be lying down. Here I am. I'm perfectly stable in this position. Nothing is going to move me. I need to get to the next point of stability, which is standing up. When I'm standing up here, my body is perfectly balanced. Again, nothing is going to make me fall over unless somebody pushes me, which is not going to happen. So basically, I need to get from the floor to this point as easily as possible. In order to do that, I need to basically go from one perfectly balanced point to the next perfectly balanced point. And in order to do that, I need momentum. So let's look at the 3 distinct stages which will get me there. Well, stage 1, I call it the fold. From here, all I'm doing basically, my arms are extended above my head, my feet are perfectly straight, my legs are perfectly straight and extended. And from there now, I exhale sharply and I fold my body. I do this. So basically, all I've done here in perfect synchronization is I've moved my upper and lower body together, so I am like this. Now, if you can't do this, if you find that your lower body comes in a little bit slower or a little bit faster, or your upper body comes a little bit slower or a little bit faster, well, this is how you basically train for phase 1 or stage 1. How do you train for this? Well, by lying down on the floor like this, and from here going fold, exhale sharply. From here, fold and exhale sharply. Again, fold and exhale sharply. Now, if you do this enough times and you find yourself getting really good at this, then you are definitely ready for stage 2. Stage 2 is using momentum to shift the body's mass from one point of balance to the next. What are those 2 points of balance? Well, you know, here I'm all perfectly folded and I'm sitting down. My body weight is on my glutes and I'm sitting on the floor, and basically I need to transfer it to my feet. I can't do it in slow-mo because I have 0 momentum. So I can't really show you in slow-mo. I will show you fast. It happens like this and you think, whoa, how did that happen? But I will try and then show you in stage 2 and how to train for that so that you can better understand it. If I do it fast, it's so easy. From here, I breathe out, up like this, and I stand up. If I go, I'm doing slow-mo, well, here I am. I have no momentum. It can't happen. So momentum is key. Momentum is the amount of energy, kinetic energy, which is generated by the speed of the upper body, which is why our arms are crucial. So from here, I go, my arms are thrown forward. As they're thrown forward, I basically stand on my feet. If you're ready to go to stage 2, this is how you train for it. You go here, you breathe out sharply, and you get to your feet. Come back down, breathe out sharply, and get to your feet. And again, breathe out sharply, and get to your feet. And you do this as many times as possible until you can comfortably get to your feet. And then basically what you've done at that stage is you transferred your mass onto your quads and knees and ankles and hip flexors and glutes, and you're ready for stage 3, which is standing up. And that only requires sufficient strength for those muscle groups to lift your body into the stand-up straight position. That's all it is. So, this is how you train for stage 2, by repeating this over and over again. If you get to stage 2, stage 3 should be easy. So all you've got to do for stage 3 then is simply straighten up. So from here, You are there, and now just straighten up. If you can't do that yet because you're not strong enough, this is how you train for stage 3. Simply get into a squat position where your feet are flat on the floor, and from there exhale and slowly stand up. Go into a squat position, and from there exhale and slowly stand up. Again, you do this for as many times as possible until you feel you're gaining the strength and confidence you need in order to actually perform this exercise in one movement. Once you've trained yourself in those 3 stages, all you have to do is put them all together in one move. You lie down on the floor, from here, breathe out sharply, and stand up. Now, a couple of things on this to help you. You may notice that I've got an exercise mat here. I do this on purpose, it gives me a really good grip. The floor you have is key here. If it's slippery, it will not work. If you have a carpet, it will do the job. If you don't, an exercise mat will be perfectly adequate. The second thing which you probably notice is that sometimes I take a half step back or a full step back in order to regain my balance. This is what it looks like if I try and recreate this. From here, I go up. And once I stand up, I do this sometimes. Well, this is perfectly fine. Essentially what happens, if we have too much momentum forward, you stand up, you're about to overbalance because you stood up really quickly and you still have that momentum and you haven't absorbed it all in the inertia of the mass that you started off with. So then you need to take half a step back or maybe a full step back to compensate for that. And it's not a problem. If you do it absolutely perfectly, and you balance everything correctly, it looks like this. And it's flawless. Well, even then I had to take half a step. Let's try one more time and see if I can get it done. If I get it right, it's like that. Okay, so basically, all I've done this time is I made sure consciously that I didn't put more momentum in my arms, in my forward movement, than I absolutely needed. This is not a fault, this is not something to fix. I wouldn't worry about it. What I would worry about, what I would focus on is actually getting this exercise done, going through the stages, learning how about each of them is done, practicing it, putting it together, and actually executing it so that you feel confident in your own body's ability to have strength, power, explosiveness, and mobility all rolled up into one. I sincerely hope this has helped you. I hope you start practicing it. Be safe out there. I will see you all next time.